everyone, this is Dr. Sukhmeet Bedi. Welcome to Anatomy and Physiology. Today's topic is aorta or divisions of aorta. Aorta is the largest artery of the body, having about 2 to 3 centimeters diameter, and it arises from the upper part of the left ventricle. It supplies oxygenated blood to all the tissues of the body for their nutrition. Now there are three principal divisions of the aorta: the ascending aorta, the arch of aorta, and the descending aorta. The first one is the ascending aorta. It arises from the upper part of the left ventricle, and for a short time it moves upwards or it ascends. And for this part the aorta is called ascending aorta. Ascending aorta gives only two branches, the right coronary artery and the left coronary artery. These coronary arteries, they supply the heart. And both these coronary arteries, they arise at the commencement of aorta near the attachment of the semilunar valves. Now this ascending aorta, it moves and curves backwards and towards the left, where it forms an arch, and this arch is called the arch of aorta, which is the second division of the aorta. The arch of aorta gives three main branches. The first one is the brachiocephalic trunk. The second one is the left common carotid artery, and third is the left subclavian artery. The first one, the brachiocephalic trunk, brachiocephalic artery or the innominate artery, it moves upwards and obliquely towards the right, and at the sternoclavicular joint it gives off two branches. One is the right common carotid artery, which supplies the head and neck. Another is the right subclavian artery, which supplies the upper limb. The right subclavian artery then gives branches the axillary artery, supplying the axilla, the brachial artery, supplying the upper arm, and the radial and the ulnar arteries, supplying the lower arm. Then it forms a superficial palmar arch and the deep palmar arch, supplying the palm. These are examples of anastomosis also. Then digital arteries supplying the digits. The second branch is the left common carotid artery, which supplies the head and neck. And the third is the left subclavian artery, which is a direct branch from arch of aorta, and it supplies directly the left upper limb. The same way, left axillary artery, left brachial artery, left radial, left ulnar artery. These radial artery and ulnar artery, these names are from the radius bone and the bone ulna. And similarly the palmar arches and the left digital arteries. Now this arch of aorta, it descends downwards. When it descends downwards, that is the third division called the descending aorta. This third division is further divided into the thoracic aorta and the abdominal aorta. Now thoracic aorta is that part of the descending aorta between arch of aorta and the diaphragm. It runs in the thorax. This descending aorta is a little bit towards the left of the vertebral column, and by the time it reaches the aortic hiatus of the diaphragm, it comes to the midline. Now what is this aortic hiatus? It is an opening in the diaphragm through which the aorta moves from thorax to the abdomen. Now this thoracic aorta, it gives two types of branches, the visceral branches and the parietal branches. The visceral branches are those which supply the various organs of the thorax, and parietal branches are those which supply the wall of the thorax and the diaphragm. Now the first visceral branch is the pericardial artery, which supplies the pericardium. The second one is the bronchial artery, which supplies the lungs and the bronchi. Third is the esophageal artery, which supplies the esophagus or the food pipe. And last is the mediastinal artery, which supplies the posterior mediastinum. The parietal branches are the posterior intercostals and the superior phrenic artery. Now the posterior intercostal arteries, they supply the intercostal muscles, the spinal cord, the skin and the pleurae. The pleurae are the covering of the lungs. And the superior phrenics, they supply the superior part of the diaphragm and the posterior part of the diaphragm. The superior part of the diaphragm is that part which is towards the thorax. Now last part is the abdominal aorta. Abdominal aorta is that part of the descending aorta which begins from the aortic hiatus and it ends to the division into the two common iliac arteries. So this abdominal aorta becomes that part of aorta which lies in the abdomen, and it also gives two types of branches, the visceral branches and the parietal branches. The visceral branches of the abdominal aorta are, first one is the celiac trunk. This celiac trunk, it supplies the liver, gallbladder, stomach, spleen. Then second one is the superior and inferior mesenteric arteries, which supply the small intestine and the colon or the large intestine. Third is the suprarenal arteries, which supply the suprarenal gland or adrenal gland. Next is the renal artery, which supply the kidneys. Renal stands for kidneys. And last are the gonadal arteries, which supply the testes and the ovaries. Then are the parietal branches of the abdominal aorta. The first one is the inferior phrenic artery. It will supply the inferior part of the diaphragm, that is the part which lies towards the abdomen. Second are the lumbar arteries, which supply the posterior abdominal wall. And third is the median sacral artery, which supply the sacrum and the coccyx. Now this abdominal aorta, it ends by dividing into common iliac arteries. The left common iliac artery and the right common iliac artery. The right common iliac artery supplies the pelvis and the right lower limb, whereas the left common iliac artery supplies the pelvis and the left lower limb. That is all about the divisions of the aorta. Thanks for watching. I hope this topic is clear to you. If you have any queries, you can leave a comment in the comment section. Please subscribe my channel so that you can complete the course of anatomy and physiology with me. Thank you. Have a great day.